This is my encounter with a man named Jerry Green. I met Jerry Green a few months ago on Facebook. He replied to one of my comments on a cleaning and housekeeping page. He said my beauty enticed him, and he tried to send a friend request, but it failed to go through. He asked me to send him one instead. I don't friend strangers, so I told him if he wanted to chat, he could just message me. He ended up sending me a message, and he said he was a widow and he worked for the government as an engineer contractor. He asked if I was single, and I said I was. He said he had a 9-year-old son named Barry who was in boarding school. He then asked what I did for work, to which I told him I work for the IRS as an auditor. I've been with the IRS for many years, and while I was single, I wasn't using Facebook for dating, and I told him that. He started telling me about his dead wife and how lonely he was. I suggested he join a grief group or something if he was that stricken and needed therapy. He then asked me if I had WhatsApp, to which I told him no. He could speak to me here on Facebook Messenger if he wanted to get to know me. He kept insisting that I send him a friend request, to which I told him, again, I don't friend strangers. He then asked for my email. I told him in this day and age no one uses email. I hardly ever log into my email to chat to a stranger. After all, this is not 1998. Well, he became angry with me. He said I was being a difficult woman and hard-headed. I told him I'm an American, just deal with it. To that he responded that he was raised in Germany by Spanish parents who traveled often through Europe. I asked if he was raised by nomads, but he didn't understand what I meant. He then told me he was falling in love with me. I told him there is no way a person can fall in love that quickly. To that, he insisted that we become a couple, and he took one of my pictures off my Facebook profile, put it next to his on a photo sharing site, and put true love over our heads. I told him he was out of his mind, and he then started to phone me via Messenger. I answered the call, and he started talking, telling me I was his whole life and his hope and his everything, and I would be his queen. Well, I heard his accent, and I said, "You're far from who you say you are." He went silent and then told me he was really 30 years old, from Nigeria, and he thought I wouldn't like him because of where he's from. I told him, wrong answer. I don't like him because he's a liar and he's trying to scam me. I then blocked him. Since then, I've received tons of friend requests from random people I don't know, and he's come back with a new fake profile and tried to friend and message me again. While I didn't lose money, I did get a good eye-opener on how these guys operate. They do it quick. Thanks for letting me share my little encounter. And we'd like to thank this lady for sharing her story. Sometimes scammer encounter stories are just a bit humorous, and thankfully this lady did not fall for the scam. But all scammers tend to follow the same routine, and a lot of them are becoming more and more pushy, wanting to get to know you and falling in love with you right away. If you have a scammer encounter, whether you lost money or you didn't, if it's a funny story or a sad one, we're happy to narrate it into a video. Just drop us an email, scammingscammers@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook under Scamming Scammers Action. You can message us there. Share your story, we'll verify it and narrate it into a video, and you can stay as anonymous as you'd like. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.